following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Tiala, I believe, was the...
Yeah, I was heading back to the apartment and getting information ready for the meeting we're going to have. Yeah.
That's basically the meeting after
Yeah.
the sergeant's done with the...
Yeah, after the sergeant's done with the Turi and you.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you're prepping?
More extranet stuff I can get about the mother and the father-in-law to be. Their businesses, information from different articles, just anything I can get my hands on, since I don't have contacts, since my contact's busy at the moment and the other one is also busy.
So you're basically researching the known parents of both parties.
I don't want to push out too far as in ask my sisters, because I don't want to tip my hand, but we'll discuss that with Ligane later on.
There's probably a good chance that they're kind of out of most of the... What's the best way of putting this? They're not really the type of things that they would know a lot about. They're kind of a little bit out of their wheelhouse.
If there's like rumours and stuff like, oh yeah, they're on the mother was on Ilium and 3 dwarfs go missing. You know.
What, do you think she's the tall man?
Blue! Look how blue you are! You're so blue! Where are you taking me? And my 2 friends! We also think you're blue. Hi ho!
She had to lob them over there. I think it's being funny.
Okay, so you're looking into that. I will get you to make a research roll, and then based on how good it is, we'll determine how much you managed to glean.
Just in roll, I'm guessing. I've got research are all quantified.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that will be just intelligence then. Unless you have a better stat or knowledge.
Before I give the number.
Oh, that's right. This. I will flick to Rosa next, who I believe is going home to have
the talk. So you
arrive at your apartment, your joint apartment.
Walk in, probably set the card back down on the table.
Brazina would come out of her computer room, I'm going to call it.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hi.
Do you want to be here for the talk, or are you going to...
God, Cinerina feels really bad.
He's about to feel worse.
I mean, I wanna know what possessed you to, you know.
She's probably best to tell you, but
yeah,
let's just say she didn't intend for it to go that far.
I suspected, but I would have thought maybe we'd have some hand signals or something like that before we wound up spiking tests quite so badly.
She didn't know, but she did, but she didn't. I'll let her explain.
Please.
I'll be there too. Just she'll probably need my support, or you'll need my
as a professional.
Well, when she's ready, straighten chair, elbows on table, fingers deep.
I'll go
be
get her.
right
She's
here.
Move the leg.
She's in the.
No. Position card.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be... This is like, I'm pretty sure my boss was here.
If it wasn't him, then I think it's worse.
This is my trap card.
No!
go into the room where you knew Senorina had been analysing the pickle in and everything.
Gonna give her a chance to talk.
Xena comes out the door, and then Senorita comes out like very sheepishly with her head down,
Man.
and slightly blushing. Hi, Rosa.
Hello.
I take it you want to discuss what happened last night.
Yes, I feel
And so,
feel like I owe that to the Sidewinders because and Tess, especially to Tess.
I was worried about that.
And yet you did nothing to
Had
stop it.
She's had such a low body mass, and she ate so much.
That is Tess, yes.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I would rather hear what and why this happened before coloring.
Okay, so long story short, sort of short. Yes, I did intentionally put something into the food, but I did not. I expected it to have only approximately 10, maybe 20 at most % of the effect that it had. It should have been. It should have been the equivalent of just a slight. How shall I put this? The effect should have been far less. I didn't realise, and I have since analysing things more today, that the spices used in the food amplified its effect roughly 5-fold.
This is a good thing.
That's
for
a good
marketing, which is great. We can make it so much cheaper
Rosa
now.
is actually going to 10%. Like 10%.
It shouldn't have given. There's a reason I didn't do anything about this earlier, because it was so effective. When I was with you two, we all got caught up in things, and it wasn't until this morning, after I'd come down from the effects, that I realised.
Question though, ma'am. So that's 50% effectiveness?
No, that was what I did made it 5 times more effective than my
10%.
intention.
5
At least 5 times minimum. So, like I said, somewhere between 10 and 20% was of the.
So
It should have just made. It shouldn't have overwhelmed anybody like that. It should have just, if they were already that way inclined, just pushed it a little bit further. I just intended to make everybody a little happier, and if they were already on that path, they might have been able to enjoy it. I wasn't expecting it to be such a catalyst by what the spices do, to be so overwhelming in that regard.
Well,
And it probably had even worse of effect on little Tess, because she's so small and ate so much.
yeah. Well, things
I
were.
will never do that again. I apologise.
I would like to hope so. Things were definitely awkward in the Sidewinders apartment where Tess and Zolo were. I don't think anything happened, but it's certainly done something to the relationship.
I hope I haven't ruined it, whatever it was.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yes.
I would hope that human trials were a lot more out in the open, especially since interactions with things like that. Imagine if the effect had been worse, like 100 times, because of something that was mixed in.
Yes, there could have been something that would have completely ruined relationships and gotten people arrested. I don't
Yeah.
think it could have been exaggerated much more than it was, but
I mean, Zalo was quite lucky that his food was separate.
I didn't put any in Zalo's.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I would just hope picks up card with 2 fingers, slides across table. That was on the nightstand, which is the message from the boss who was here.
The nightstand. The nightstand. When was that on the nightstand?
When I recovered in the morning.
Really
And-
bright flash to the chin.
Yes. So he is very aware that the team was somewhat incapacitated. I mean, sweetie, I adore you, but you've managed to do a better job of incapacitating the Sidewinders than our enemies. So just a little more ethics on the...
I will never put anything in anybody's anything without them knowing, ever again. I need to make this up to you and to Tess and to Zalo and to your boss and to your group somehow.
Well, yeah.
6 pickle orgy.
Well,
you can organise that. I don't want to be involved.
Just tell any of them. I owe them all a favour.
Right. I'm glad this is all. And the other thing is, do you mind if I just have a look at the room where you're hiding the pickles?
Oh, go ahead.
And then Rosa will go check and make sure it's not a drug lab.
Oh, fuck, it would be.
Well, my question is, I mean, Rosa would know what a drug lab looks like.
Being
Secret
Latino.
training,
Being Latino.
danger signs.
No, just being Latino. You know what bags of
Yeah, your
oranges
brothers
are
are in there with masks and like in hazmat suits from the neck down. Sure, let's get back to the planet.
There's a bunch of shirtless
And
like
Bryan
guys,
Cranston's there.
sacks of pickle powder.
Do I need to move my Heisenberg figure?
Into the group, yeah. Okay, you can go in and I mean, it looks like a little miniature laboratory setup, but there would be some parallels to a drug lab, but you probably would be able to tell that it's
So it's
just
a
like a
drug
little
lab.
scientific setup, science setup.
Okay. Rosa will literally just turn around, walk back to the... Okay, it passes my C-Sec nose test. Just, it's not like, oh no, there was a raid on a property and a suspected drug lab kind of thing. It all looks on the up and up.
I would not manufacture however they manufactured that. Well, not intentionally.
Okay. I trust you, sweetie, but...
I'm not sure you should. But
I mean, I never would have suspected that the food was laced with...
I just wanted everybody to have a good night. I didn't expect it to be that.
Well, we did, so that worked out. It's just there were other people caught in the crossfire, and apparently my boss was here because of suspected problems, I guess. Or, Rosa, if he's not here right now.
No one ever looks up.
Well, to be fair, if Logan was standing on our ceiling, he would probably still be eye level.
Yeah. His head's still down by your knees if he's standing on the ceiling.
That's why it stands that way.
So maybe we should just have some tea and go to bed. I'll let everybody know that things are okay now and that won't happen again.
Okay, good. But I owe each of your friends minimum a favour each.
You win, bro. Manufacture my 6 pickles.
Yeah. You will work for free.
For free!
Yeah, she'll
So you're moving off to the
she'll
southern
go
planet.
and prepare something that has no pickle related anything in it whatsoever.
Not even regular pickles?
No.
See, overheads by a huge amount, but I don't think you can sell the stuff anymore.
Zalo.
I don't know. We'll run it through some tests to see what happens.
Zalo, what art thou doing?
I was going back to the apartment. Where I was going to reorganize my gear.
Never mind, that's the one you don't get news.
Organize your gear.
Yes. And this is going to prompt me to want to have a conversation with Tiala.
Oh, okay.
Also, because I've used a few
I
items.
believe she is in the apartment too, where she's doing her prep. So. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know that because I imagine she's doing it in her room.
Oh,
Or
just
you're
got the
in the
big,
living room.
big screen, so I use the big screen too.
Okay, you should probably be in the
Big
living
point
room then.
Oh, Tiala. I was hoping to have a chat.
It's Mr. Tiala to you.
What's wrong, Zoe?
She's not.
I have some gear I'm going to return to the armory once I get my pistol back, just in case something kicks off in the meantime. But I was hoping to have a talk about paying off the last of the gear that I'm using, or purchasing it.
Oh, you want to purchase the gear?
Yes. Minus a mod I have for my pistol, which I won't need anymore, and the shotgun once I return it tomorrow. I think it comes out somewhere around 28,000 credits at retail value. Turns out that day of air supply upgrade is really expensive.
Okay, you sure?
Yes, I don't think it's appropriate for me to owe.
Well, you don't owe us anything. Like, the gear's there to be used. If you want to keep it and continue it. Okay, how's the best way to put it? We go on a mission and someone else could better use the mod or the item. It would go.
Of course, but I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to have this much gear in that way when it's technically owned by what's now my captain. I don't feel comfortable having that much gear on me that isn't mine, especially if it's integrated into my suit, which some of it is. So I'd like to pay it back.
Are you sure? Because
Absolutely.
we've got an armory full of mods and stuff that you can switch out at any stage.
No, I think it would be. I think it would be more appropriate to pay it back, and I think I'd intend to use it
What
up
a weird
until
attitude for a Quarian to have. They're all communists.
up until
No,
some
they do have
space
the,
pirate
the
kills
ship,
me anyway.
wasn't they have the ship's trading? Every ship's got the ship's trading deck where you just swap out items. I suppose it makes sense in that regard because he kind of feels like he should give something back. That part makes sense for a Quarian.
That and also it's got to be very intimate and important that you own all of the stuff that's in your suit.
Yeah, that makes some sense actually, yeah.
So I don't know what the usual protocol for this is. I know Rosa just purchased her primary assault rifle.
Oh, you saw Big Sister Rosa do the thing and now you want to do
I
it. You child.
I'm sure. I was hoping you'd ask me this when you're a bit more in favour with the group.
I understand that. Honestly, I'm willing to pay full price if I have to. Not that I could pay it all right now, after the. But
I've got no problem with you buying the stuff, but hold off, okay? Just
okay, if you think it's wise, then I'll. But not forever.
when we first assembled our group, we put a few guidelines, and one of them was a hierarchy.
Of course,
But you've got to get out of the basic level to get the benefits. You've been tiptoeing all on this edge for such a long time. You need to stop shooting people. You need to stop blowing things up that don't need blown up so much.
Not so much.
Stop crashing the
Throw them up slightly, but not so much.
Stop crashing the ship.
I guess that's why I'm not allowed to work on the other ships now.
I
understand.
That's Logain's area. He deals with the ships. I deal with the armory.
I understand. I'll wait if you think it's fine.
That's a brilliant idea. There's little gold coins that could be exchanged for gains services. That's a perfect way of tracking what Zalo did.
In canon, in movie.
Alright, I'll still return some equipment tomorrow
That's not
once
a
I collect
problem.
the Carnifex. Honestly, I'm going to need to free up the weight for Noma. Oh, I got it functional. I know what it does now. I probably need to confirm it with Logain, but I can slave it to our Omni tools, and it has useful functions.
Before you do any of that, please talk to Logain. He authorises that tech.
Of course. As far as I can tell, there's no nasty code or AIs or anything in it.
Well, on the
I did
Victorian
check.
fleet, they don't have testing or tagging.
You just use it.
And then eventually all their cabling goes really brittle. But they still keep using it.
That is true. They use it till it breaks down or wears out.
Is there anything else?
That was it. I'm going to go.
There's no other gear you wanted to...
Not for now. Weight's still a consideration until I can get those augments. I'm going to go play around with the robot some more. See exactly what kind of skills I can get it to use.
Have you turned it on in the apartment yet?
Like bionic.
With a small Mass Effect generator, you could probably use 2 Archimedes screws to float that into the air. They're really stable, so
That
it
looks really.
careful.
I like the way that looks. That
And it
might
looks
be what I
boss
go
as
with
fuck.
it. I haven't powdered up in the apartment yet.
Would suggest not doing it in the apartment.
Yeah, the security might activate. So far, I've only really been working on it in the Nebuchadnezzar.
Probably safer to do it there as well.
Yeah.
Or in the lab.
Plus, if it was secretly capable of doing something bad, I wanted to do it away from the apartment and from the lab.
And closer to the pickles.
Yeah, so we can be like, yeah.
I think it would be possible to fly a ship with it and be somewhere else doing something else, like in a boarding action or something. But I'm not too sure how dexterous the manipulators are yet. That's what I'm working on. I'm aiming for fine surgery.
I think Trish would have something against that.
Yeah, actually, Trish could operate it to use it to do repairs that require manual intervention she isn't normally capable of in the emergency.
Oh yeah, because that's what we want. We want Trish having more autonomy to foist things off on us.
So she have a Roomba to clean things up and a
repair
articulated arm
robot.
thing to break it.
It would use the
wrestling
Roomba to
things
ride
for
around
Rangers.
with like a god.
Cavalry.
What could possibly go wrong? Insert footage of Atomic Heart here.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
You got my message about the mission coming up?
Yeah, that should be interesting. We've
What?
been on a space cruise.
Once Logain gets here, we can decide on
Aliases.
and how we actually want to do this.
Of course. Maybe I'll reach out to the path and see if he has any information on the potential targets.
I'm not reaching out until at least Logain gets here, because we don't want to tip our hand.
Of course.
If they've, we trust the path, but what if they pay the path more than
Yeah,
the 500
he is
credits?
still a broker.
He's still a broker, so better not to tip our hand too soon.
At least until we've decided what we're going to do.
That's right.
Right, I'll wait around until we're ready to go. Just been noodling around the apartment, maybe tidying up, do a little homework.
Cleaning the kitchen.
Your
Cleaning the
Omnitel
kitchen.
will flick a message. It's from O'Malley Council.
Oh.
They have sent you a list of potential Omni tools now that you're a license holder that you might be interested in.
Oh, great, you signed up to the fucking mailer!
Of course I did.
You gimp!
I'll have a quick.
Okay, so for starters, they've got the Paradigm.
Oh, that's pretty pretentious.
Is that the one that goes around looking to compile fat pizzas?
It gives you +4 tech points for $5,000. Then there's the Synergy.
Does it, by any chance, help Jim put on her concerts?
It might, because it gives you +2 to electronics. I'm sure that would help a concert if you're doing the
If it ain't +5, it ain't worth having.
+2 to description, +2 to hacking. For
Oh.
2,800 credits.
6 points, pretty good.
That's actually pretty good if it's all three.
The Advent, +4 repair, 2,500 credits.
I have no 80s cartoon-based pun for that one.
You've got to get Advent! I mean, that's the closest thing I can. The
Sure,
Plethora.
okay.
+1 to electronic, +1 to damping, +1 to description, +1 to hacking, +1 to repair, 1,200 credits.
Okay, it's like that's a half of the other one.
The Ergo, +2 to first aid, +2 to damping, +2 tech points, 3,500 credits. The Intelligentsia.
Ah,
There we go!
There we go.
it's a small electronic car.
+2 intelligence to all Omnitool related checks, 10,000 credits.
Fuck.
The Cognizant, +1 intelligence to all Omnitool related checks, +1 decryption, +1 hacking, +2 bonus on piloting checks, 7,500 credits.
It says +2 intelligence to all Omnitool related checks, right?
Yes.
Does that include tech abilities?
That basically means any.
And when
any
you say
tech-
+2 intelligence, does that actually just convert to +1 intelligence modifier?
it's a intelligence modifier. That's
Okay.
what, it's a
Okay.
sorry, yes.
So DC's by
Two
one.
So it's a
modifier.
+2 modifier to every check you make. With
I
your
should have
Omnitool.
typed in modifier instead of just intelligence. But
That's
yeah,
actually phenomenal.
It is.
Yeah. How much was that one again?
that one's 7,500 credits.
The Intelligentsia.
Oh no, the intelligence is the +2 to all. That one's 10,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus
That's
two.
pretty affordable for what it is.
Yeah.
The apropos,
Come on,
+2
now.
to electronics, +2 to damping, +2 to decryption, +2 to hacking, +2 to repair, +2 tech points, 6,000 credits.
That's pretty good.
So those are Omni tools you can get from them. And keep in mind, that's what the Omni tools come from. So that means you can look in the book where it's got the upgrades, which will then
Work on top of
Oh,
that.
Stack on top.
because
Okay,
it's
okay.
part of the Omni tools.
So I think I'm going to aim for an Intelligentsia for sure.
The most expensive one, but it
Yes.
is the one.
I
plus
actually
two.
think the other one that just has +2 to those related things would be good for me.
Hmm.
Because +2 int doesn't actually doesn't actually help you any for a lot of Omnitool checks with
Yeah.
regards to like range touch attacks or making these things. It's not int, so it wouldn't count. And that's what you got to look at. Like, how, is it actually going to pay you off?
I think in my case that one definitely does.
Just the apropos that's got the plus and all those things. It also gives you +2 tick points.
Yeah, on top.
Which you
That's
don't get.
also
Yeah,
the
the
intelligentsia
apropos-
is just an
The
intelligence
apropos is
boost.
the one I'm looking at
Yeah.
right now. Of course, by that I mean I'll add it to the list.
At least it's a cheaper item.
That's still good.
I have
isn't it?
70 credits.
Yeah, but it's not like 10,000 credits, so there's 6,000 credits.
I'm never going to have
Is
that.
the third most expensive one.
Okay, let's see what their competitors have got going on.
What's going on?
I might get the license for their biggest rival, and then we can compare them.
And then we can fuse the best features out of a set of them.
That's the thing, I get the Omnitool, then I work some low gain magic on it. By which I mean, I spend like another 7 or 8 sessions sitting around here eating chips, listening to you guys have fun. But then at the end of it, I get an Omnitool that's marginally better than the one that I started with.
I'll put that up on the BattleNet as like these are new acquisitions we can get.
Yeah. I would have said that.
What even is the cost of a banana these days?
It's only two. Don't help me.
Yes, it does.
You could get 2 tick points.
No, not the tick is
I can't use tick.
Okay, so you'll be doing it that way. Actually, flick back to Clogane, who's in the movie. Movie already in progress.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well, they're going to a lot of effort to establish that the dog is super cute and important to him as a substitute for his wife.
Yes, the dog is going to cease to exist soon.
Yep.
And he is going to be angry. Because that dog is adorable.
Did you notice the clock? Did you notice the clock?
No.
Apparently he was standing there beside it for about 4 hours.
Hmm.